Okay, appreciate you being here. We're going to get this party started. This is Robert Burns here in Seattle. It is January 10th, 2024, and off we go. I will be the MC today with my colleague, Robert Russell in Ireland, who will be making his analysis and the trading calls if there are some. There may be, there may not. This live trading session is something that is available for free until January 18th. And we're excited about that because it's something that allows people to take us for a test drive. After January 18th, you'll need to be a paid customer of Manifest. Down here explains how that works. If you're not a paid customer or a customer in IBO already, it's $50 to enroll and then $99 monthly 30 days later. Same thing with the customer IBO. You just add $20 initially and then add $20 ongoing. So it's $70 initially and $119 per month 30 days later. So what we're going to get into today. So this is an ideal opportunity, by the way, for those of you that are builders, meaning affiliates. You can bring people in and they can take a test drive. Once the 18th goes by, we're going to go to a schedule of the second and fourth Wednesdays of the month will be free days. So this will still happen. It'll just be less frequent. So this is something that's a very important item that we do every time we get together, and that is to take a look at the news. And the news is a very important item to be aware of. You don't want to miss the news or, God forbid, have the news hit you when you're not expecting it. Here we are on the 10th. What do we got going on today? At 6:15, which is in 10 minutes, we've got the Bank of England. Governor Bailey speaks. That has the potential of being a significant event, particularly on the pairs that involve the Great British Pound. And a less impactful one probably with the orange folder at 10 today. Tomorrow gets a whole lot more dicey with the US dollar, CPI increases, or CPI, maybe not increases, maybe CPI news would be a more accurate way of saying that. Unemployment claims. So these have big potential for movement. And it continues from there. There's a red folder at 11 p.m. Now, these times that you're seeing here are all my times. How does that work? Well, if you have an account with Forex Factory, which I'm going to send a link to you that you can go take a look at this tool. It's a really important tool, by the way, to get an account set up. Once you have an account set up, it's going to publish these news events in your time zone. So no matter where you are in the world, it'll show your time zone. This is Pacific time where I am on the west coast of the USA and here in Seattle. You can see that I'm logged in right here. Also, you can filter the news to your liking. So if I wanted to get rid of red folders, which I probably, or orange folders rather, which I probably do, I can just uncheck that one. And then it is just going to show red folders, and that's all that shows up. So you can kind of fine tune this to your liking. So the next thing we'll get into is top-down analysis. Robert Russell always does a great job of figuring out where the market is, where the market isn't, and we wait for the market to come to us. We don't chase it, and sometimes that may mean a no trade day, but that can be a prudent thing where you're not engaging in something that's low probability. He'll draw out the zones and the market structure lines, and then later on, time allowing, I will show you how to use a calculator to compute position sizes, which is one of the things that I know as a beginning trader I struggled with. One of the things you need to look at is which account are you trading? It's a really easy mistake to make. I make it frequently still. So having a checklist like this, especially it's early in the morning where I am, not quite enough caffeine yet. So looking at a checklist to say, okay, are you on a demo account or a live account? Where do you do that? Well, when you come over to your trading platform, you look up here. Here's the clearest way that this is just one way, but right here I can see this is a live account because it does not say demo. If I was in a demo account, this one right here would have the word demo up there. So that's how you can distinguish that very quickly if you're using MT4 or MT5. Last but not least, check the position size in your MT4 and MT5. After you've figured out how to use this little calculator, which I'll show you, make sure whatever you come up with here matches in your one-click trading up here. In other words, you don't want to do all this work to get the position size right and then forget to enter it where it really matters, which is the one that's actually going to go into your trading. So those are a few things to be mindful of when you're in this process. What I'd like to do now is introduce Robert Russell. Robert is somebody that I've done business with now. Next month will be a year, and it's been a fast and furious year. I actually met Robert and Karina, his significant other. We decided to go through Dublin on the way home from Romania, and so glad that we did because we discovered some cool things about that airport, especially for U.S. citizens. Like it much, much more than other hubs I went through. So there's my plug for Ireland. And more importantly, we got on a bus, went up to Donegal where Robert is, and had a great time. He's the real thing. He's only been trading a year. I mean, this is the part that is most, maybe a bit more than a year, but not a lot more than a year. And to see, how good he is at what he does is really, really remarkable. So with that, Mr. Robert Russell.
Robert, thank you very, very much. A great introduction. As I says, I would be lost without you. I call you my wingman. So yeah, guys, this call, it's all about the live trading, but so as Robert's going to do his part when I'm finished. And to me, that is probably the most important part, risk management. Folks, I've been looking at the charts all morning, and as what it says again, we won't force the entries. We'll let the markets come to us. And if we get an entry, a possible entry, we will enter. I will enter, folks. I can call the trade at the end of the day, folks. We do not give financial advice on this call. We only give education, okay? Don't risk funds, folks. You cannot afford to lose. Don't touch your rent, food, or your bill of money, okay, guys? Very, very important. So I'm going to share my screen. Folks, I came on something. I don't know if people have seen this before, but this has been given out. I don't know what call I got it, but it's something I'm going to be looking into in my trading. We have here, it's the currency strength meter, okay? So this is telling us all the currencies, what's going on today. And I think this is important because the JPY, folks, it's very, very weak, as you can see. It is weak. So, and the dollar, it's not weak, but it's strong. We have the euro good and strong, GDP. The news is coming up now in 5 minutes. So this could cause, as again, a little bit of movement on the pairs, the other side of GDP. But folks, the JPY is weak, okay? So we have the USD, which is on the other side. So we should see by looking at this, what's happening, okay, in the markets. And I do have a few entries marked. Okay, so straight away, folks, I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff. I want to go into the dollar. So most important, the opening price. I always mark the London open. I'm going to get rid of all these lines because there's a line popping up. Get rid of that and get rid of this. Okay, and there we go. So what we're going to go is we're going to go to the dollar. Again, folks, it's not really doing anything. It's just up, down, up, down, up. It's not really making any move. And I don't think the dollar will make any move possibility till tomorrow, okay? Because we need the red folder news, and that really moves the dollar. So the markets, again, they are slow today. Next week, probably the following week, I think we'll get more and more volume and we'll see more movement, and the trade entries will come not easier, but they'll come a lot quicker. It's hard to find good entries. Yesterday, guys, we had to wait, I think, about an hour and a half till our entries actually came, and there were good entries. So yesterday was a good day on the trading front. Again, folks, this is on the, let me see. Most importantly, folks, I'm up here, as it says, the US dollar. I'm on 8 cap, okay? And I'm on the hour time frame. And 8 cap is the price feed that I am using, which is very important for everybody on the call. So again, dollar, as you can see here, it's not really going anywhere, folks, okay? It's just going up and down. It's not making any big moves. I don't expect it to make any big moves, if I'm honest. Again, we're going higher high, lower lows, higher high, lower lows, higher high, lower low. And now we're not breaking this area. Okay, so what I do need is we came down, we did a lower low. What we would be expecting now is to come up and create a higher high. But we've been rejected up here, folks. We're getting rejected at this level. So a possibility what the dollar might do is come down and create a lower low. Okay, so the one way the dollar is going to go, it's either going to go up here to create a higher high, or it's going to come back down and create a lower low. So that's what the dollar is going to do. It's either going to go up or down. We'll go to the euro versus the dollar. And again, folks, it's respecting that trend line. If I go to the hour, it is respecting that trend line. And here we have the London open price. Folks, I'm still more down the way for the euro. I don't expect the euro to go up. I'm more on a sell on it. That's what I'm thinking in my head. If you can look here, you know, we have our shoulder over here. We're going up. We created our head. Now we're going sideways. Again, where the London open, this is where I would need the euro to come back down, maybe to break through the London open and get an entry for a sell. So this is where I'm looking at the euro versus the dollar. So I want the dollar to continue to get stronger, to push up. So then the euro will weaken and we will get our entry here. Okay, so we're looking at that. So that's what I'm looking at, the euro versus the dollar. We'll look at the USD JPY. Again, folks, as it says, you know, we've come up. We got our low, we come up, we created a higher high, we came down to grab our fair value. There must have been a fair value gap on here, which would have been a beautiful entry. And then we pushed up. We created our higher high. We've come down. We've created our lower low. What I'm looking at now is to continue to go up, create a new higher high in this region before coming back down again. So we're looking at a buy on the USD JPY. So that's what I'm looking at. If I come down to the 5 minutes, I do have my entries in place today, folks, so we're ahead of the game. So just bear with me. I'll get everything nice and clear. Okay, so folks, here we go. I'm going to move this in a little bit closer. So folks, here is a possible entry, okay? Possible entry on the USD JPY. Folks, it's just a possible entry. We haven't called it a trade yet. So the entry point is 145,382. So again, folks, the entry is 145,382. Our stop loss is 145,123. Again, the stop loss is 145,123. And the tick profits, folks, is up in the green line, and that is 145,710. And I am on the 8-cap price feed. Again, folks, I can call the entry 145,382. Your stop loss, 145,123. And the tick profits is 145,710. Okay, folks. I can leave it there if anybody wants to take a wee screenshot. Okay, I can leave it there for a minute because, folks, we are coming up on this entry. I'm going to go down to the lower time frames because I do want to see what reaction we're getting, because it's so important that we have our daily pivots. Okay, so we're coming up here now on a pivot. Okay, I know exactly where my line is, so I'm getting rid of that. And I'm going to move it in here again. Okay, so as you can see, folks, this is why I have the entry above it, because we've got a resistance line here. So we're going to wait till we see what this does. Okay, folks, I'm just checking the dollar just to see what's going on here on the 5 minutes. Okay, so what I need the dollar is to continue pushing up. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to the USD and go back down to the minute. And we're going to move down. Folks, even my stop loss, as it says, this here stop loss to me is a little bit, this possibility might have to be moved. I will inform you if I do move that stop loss. I don't like to give it a lot of breathing room. To me, that is too much. I'm just going to check, folks, because we do have this line here, which is a daily pivot line. Okay, folks, so that has pushed through our entry. I have entered on the USDJPY. Entry is 14537. Let me see, folks. I want to make sure I'm on this correctly. 145381 is the entry point. Okay, folks, so I have entered on this blue line is 145381. Just checking my pivot line. It did break through. So folks, what we're looking for now is just to retest this and push back up. So this is what I'm looking for, is a retest and to push. So we'll go to the 5 minute. Let's go to the 15 minute. I'm just checking different time frames. I'm going to go to the 30. Okay, I'm going to go back down to the minute. So folks, I will be watching at the bottom of this low here. I'll be watching carefully. I do have my stop loss down here, but I will be watching this level here carefully, what it does when it comes to it, because I don't want it to break it. I always have my stop loss down here at these lows. There is support, but it depends how we break this level here. If we break through it with strength, as what I say, I cut my loss short, okay? The folks, I've entered on this level 145381. Okay, I did enter there 145381. Folks, this is a trade idea. This is not financial advice. Folks, I'm just going to go to the bigger time frames, folks, because I'm just showing you what I'm looking at. Okay, I was looking at these other candles here. Like we broke through, we got a lot of rejection at this level. So I'm hoping we're up here at this level here. We can push through here. We should get up to at least this level here. Folks, when I'm on the lower candles, there's a lot to do with the candle as well. What it's telling you, what it's all about. You have your doji candle, your dragonfly, your engulfing candle. This tells you a lot. Is the chart's going to reverse on you? Okay, so I'm watching the candles as well. I know a candle, what to look for, and once that candle forms, I get out of the chart. Again, folks, I'm going to mark this level here just because I'm just looking at it carefully. Okay, so that is a level there that I'm going to pay close attention to. I have my stop loss here, but this is a level I pay close attention, okay? So we do have the New York opening in about 6-7 minutes, folks. And folks, normally, like this candle here is a 15-minute, and we've got 6 minutes left of the candle. Normally, the last 2 to 3 minutes of the candle gives you a good idea where the next candle is going to go. Okay, so that's another important thing that I look at on the candles. It's the last. It depends on the different time frames again. So literally, we're down now to a minute. So this will give us an idea where the next candle is going. Again, folks, it's indecision here now. It doesn't know what to do. So what we're looking for is a push up. We just want to break out of this little area here. We have this pivot. This blue line is a pivot. So we need for this to push up. Okay, we're looking for it to push up. Also, folks, I'm going to draw a trend line here as well, because this is another important part of my strategy. Okay, we're going to lock that up. Okay, now, so folks, yep, I have everything, all my strategies in place. I have this line I'm going to look for, and I have my trend line, and this is my this has now become my support line, this line here. So my lines are all in place. Folks, all I can do now is sit and watch, and at the end of the day, it's down to the markets, what they are going to do. I can't tell the market what to do. Just checking the other markets. There isn't much happening here, folks. Yeah, folks, you're just literally creating higher high, lower lows, higher high, lower lows, higher high. We might, folks, come down and touch that trend line. I don't know, and then go up and create another higher high. As I say, folks, we created a higher high, and this is the lower low. So this area is that again, folks, I don't let it, let's just say, folks, it breaks this level here, I really do cut my trade. I know I have a stop loss here, but then it's only breaking here. It's coming down to create a new lower low. It just goes up, creates a higher high, and then it comes down again to create a new lower low. So this is what I be looking at. Okay, so we've got 3 minutes and this 15-minute candle, folks. Okay, so we need now for this to just kind of push back up, maybe fall out a little bit of the wick, because we are getting down pressure. Let's check what the dollar's doing. 15-minute. Still do have good up pressure in the dollar. It's still strong. And we have the New York in 3 minutes. Folks, what we're looking here is really maybe somewhere this area that it's going to touch and move back up. So I'm going to take off this line. Hopefully, folks, we will see a bit of movement in the next couple of minutes. Again, I say they're going to go up or it's going to continue to go down. Again, folks, I will cut my loss short. I will cut it here. I have my stop loss there, but I will come out here. Okay, so we've got a doji. Now we need this candle here, folks, is to push up. We do have some great classes on the candlesticks on a Tuesday night, folks, at 8:30 UK time, if you're interested. It really does give you a good idea what's happening in the markets with the candlesticks. So we're looking for now is a nice push up. So what you know is this candle to finish up in this area here. That's what we're looking for, to finish up here. And we've got, again, 10 seconds left of this candle. Again, folks, we've got a little bit of support here. We've got a doji. It's kind of telling us, is there a new move in the markets? We just have to wait. And the New York has opened, folks. Let's see, can we get a little bit of a push to get us up above? Folks, we should get up above this level, get up here and create the higher high. Checking on the dollar. I'm just going to stick with the USD JPY, folks. I'm not doing any other trades. 15. Okay, we did finish this candle, but we're getting a little bit of rejection there. Again, folks, the markets, as it says, we have the London and we have the New York open together now. The two of them's open. Look at the volume we're seeing. Very little movement in these candles. Very little movement. Again, folks, we need this to push up because it has broke that trend line. Again, folks, it can come down and grab liquidity. It can do this. I do have a stop down here. It says I'm going to watch this area here. I might let it go down a little bit below it. Again, I'm going to watch. See if we can get support. Folks, the dollar has got in weak on us. I think this is what's happening. I did respect this level, folks. We got a nice rejection kind of like here. We need now is a nice push up into this area here. Okay, it's a bit nice, folks. We can get a good, one nice push up into that area there. About 12 seconds of this candle. We need this candle to stay green. If anything, push up more. Okay, so folks, these are two lines that it says I'm going to watch this line, and then I will let it come down here, maybe grab liquidity and push up. But if it breaks through this line, folks, we will close the trade. But again, these two lines, this line and this line, I'll watch closely. Yeah, folks, we needed to push up here, so it's breaking these levels here. Just want to check on the 5-minute and on the 15. Okay, so I just want to look at something here. So folks, what we're looking is we did get pushed down here to this level. We have 7 minutes in this 15-minute candle. So what we need now is this candle to finish up here, to finish green. Okay, so the last 3 or 4 minutes of this candle will tell us really where the next candle is going. So we're going to stay on the minute time frame, and we'll just wait again patiently, folks. Because the markets, they're going to do their thing. All we can have is our lines, our strategies, everything in place. And if the trade goes our way, that's great.
On the 5, this green candle is engulfing candle number 2 to its left.
Okay.
5 minute on 8 cap. Yep, there you go.
Okay, that's what I like, guys. That's what I like. Okay, we're getting the push, folks, here now. Hopefully this is the push that we're looking for. That's a couple of strong candles, and let's get a nice break up here. Again, folks, it is what I says. This 15-minute, it says we were down here. We got to get above here and stay green. We've still 6 minutes in that candle, so we could end up above our entry. Okay, so that's a nice big candle back up here, okay? We've got 40 seconds left. We're just checking where the fair value gaps are. Let me see here. I just want to check. Okay, folks, we might come into this level here to get our fair value and then go back up. Okay, so folks, I just literally touched it, if that makes sense. It's just touched it. So let's hope now we're going to push on up. Folks, we're back in profit, little profit here now. So let's see this 5-minute candle. I want to go to the 15. Okay. Going to the bigger time frames, folks. I'm just checking things out. Go back to the minute. Okay, folks, so we have our push. We've got it here now. So let's hope this continues to go up. I'm going to go to the 5. Yeah, we've got a good push on the 5, good push on the 15. Most important thing is, folks, we broke this higher high here. Okay, so that's what I wanted to see. We did break it. So we're creating higher highs, lower lows, creating higher highs. Okay, folks, the trade is in profit, so which is good. I like to see that. Just looking at these lines. Just checking things here, folks. I'm just folks, if we get up to this level here, I'm going to double check. I just want to check, folks, in the hour, just looking what's happening to the left of me, because this is what I'm looking at. Okay, guys, if we can't break this area, we might have to close. Okay, so we need to break up here. If we can't get up here, folks, we're going to close with a small profit. We got to get up to this area.
So 145.50-ish.
Yeah, we got to break. We got to break above this now, because this is where resistance is. This is where it's going to get. We need to keep breaking. We need a good push through here to break up. Folks, I'm going to take my profit, guys, okay? I myself have closed this trade. I have taken my profit. I closed. So, guys, it's totally down to you now if you want to stay in the trade, okay? I closed the trade in profit. This is why, guys, I closed up here. I didn't like this rejection. Folks, I hope we all got out up here at the top. There is a fair value gap here. So let's go to the 5 minutes. Folks, that's a big rejection there in the 5-minute candle. Let's go to the 15. I'm going to go to the hour or the 4 hours to show you. See, folks, this is where I said at the top of this. So it's got rejected at that level here where I was worried. I'm going to go back down to the minute. Okay, so this is a key level here, right at the top of this candle here, this wick. It's just not liking this level at the minute. Let's see what it's going to do. What you really need, folks, here is that you really do need something to push up, like really a big, strong move to get up higher, but it's just not liking. Okay, if we need to get up to that level there. So we move out of the resistance. I want to go to the 4 hour and show you. So with the top of this one here, folks, I'm just going to draw a line to show you what I'm looking at. There. So this level, it's just not liking it. Okay, so let's go back to the minute. As we can see, this is the level here that I'm looking at. That is on the minute, the 5, the 15. Again, folks, we need the bulls to take charge. If there's people still in that trade, we need the bulls to really push up into that area. So folks, it says I was happy to take my profit here at this trade, okay? Let's go back to the 4 hour. I'm watching the candles as well, folks. You know, I have a good idea now what all these candles mean. So I just want to make sure that, folks, if this candle just finishes like this here, I would be out of the trade, okay? If that candle finishes like that, this means the bears is in charge, okay? So I would be out of this trade very shortly.
Is there a pivot at 14548? Oh,
No, it's down here. Down there.
it's really respecting that level.
This area here, folks, it's just, which was good. That was I like to see that, but it will make up a decision in the next 2 to 3 minutes. Where is it going to go in this area here? As you can see, it's just stuck in this little box, is what I call it. Nothing's telling me, folks, that it's going to completely drop. I don't see any candles that's telling me yet. If anything, it's more pointing me to go up at the minute. Again, the markets will tell me differently, but it's giving me the instinct it still might go up a little bit. So you got the 5 minute here. We came down again. We pushed up. So we're still hopefully going to move up another bit. It's respecting this line here. And there we go, guys. It's broke out of that area. And again, got rejected straight away. Okay, folks, that's a big candle coming down here. That's a big rejection. Guys, this probably was the perfect exit there. I'm going to go to the 5 minute candle. I just want to see what's happening. Yeah, as you can see here. Again, how long's left in that candle? 2.5 minutes. Folks, what we've always looked for is, you know, we do get pushed down, but you always want the candle to finish in a green, you know, I mean, some sort of green. And we still have 2.5 minutes. So literally in a 5 minute candle, the last minute gives you a good idea where the candle is at. Okay, this just literally came down. As you can see, it touched into the fair value gap here. So we could get a push up again. We just have to wait. These fair value gaps, folks, are so important. Because whenever the candles, folks, are going up and down, there does become imbalanced. It's like a chart can't keep going up. It has to come down into a fair value gap to balance the markets. Okay, this is what they call the fair value gaps, that it comes in, touches into it, and folks, it can either drop down or go back up. I'm just going to touch on the 15. Now, folks, that's a big rejection there on the 15 at the minute. On the 5, we're getting rejected. I'm just going to check on the minute. Folks, I'm going to set in this 5-minute candle. Let's see, can we push up again to get the candle into green? We still have another minute of this candle, this 5-minute. A lot can happen, folks. We all know this. In a minute candle, it can move a lot either way. Say we've got 20 seconds left of this candle. Unless there's a big push up. Okay, we've got 6 seconds, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I just want to go to the 4-hour to see what was happening. As you can see, it did break up here. It did break over these lines. Folks, the trade's still in profit. Again, I closed out just up there. Was happy with the profit. Checking 5, checking 15, checking the 30. So there's still 3 minutes left on the 30 candle here yet. 15, still a couple of minutes. So maybe the 15 could finish in a green yet, folks. Let's see what this is going to do. Folks, the minute candles do a lot of noise. Really, we're looking at the 15 and the 30. This is where you're looking at the bigger time frames. So what you would be looking for is for the 15 to get back up here. This is where we want the 15 to finish up above this level here. So it means then we can all agree then that the bulls are still in charge. But if we get rejected and get back down here on the 15-minute, that's a big push down. But again, I like to see green candles and then another green candle. But we want more of this wick here to be filled up to the upper side. As you can see, folks, this is the 15, so it did come down and touch this fair value gap. Again, what have we got? We've got 1 minute left. Again, folks, we've got the rejection and just going to have to sit. Let's see what this 15 minutes going to do. And then I'm going to hand it over to Robert, folks, because it says the trade's still in profit. Don't know if most of you closed it up here. So the width to this candle finishes out 1.5 minutes. I think, folks, it has got rejected at the level up here. Unless this can do a big change. As you can see, folks, what can happen in 30 seconds is a lot. Let's go to the 5 minute. I'll just see what happens in this candle here. And there we go, folks. Look how that changed down here, and it just changed into a doji. So it looks like we're going to sit and see what this is going to do. Robert, if you want to go on to your stage, if you want, I can just kind of watch this in the background, because we're sitting now about 45 minutes watching this trade. Okay, folks, it says we entered here, so the trade is in profit up here, okay? And I closed out over here. Okay, Mr. Robert Burns, I'm going to hand it back over.
Nicely done. Some
Thank you.
good calls there. Right. Who do we have? Has anybody here not seen the position size calculator? Because I don't want to be going over it if we don't have somebody that has not seen it before. Okay, Mike, is that you would like to see the position size calculator? Ah, okay. Very good. Give me a second here and we'll get right to it. Okay, so one of the things when you're new to this game, and maybe not new to this game, that really is critical is making sure that you have the right position size based on your risk. In other words, this is all about risk mitigation, because if you're taking too big a position size, you can really get hurt when it goes against you. And you got to look at what happens if it doesn't go your way, right? You have to do that. Robert's very good at that. He keeps those losses tight. He's figured out his stop, which is really kind of a catastrophe stop most of the time. He doesn't let it get anywhere near there. This is prudent. You know, if you like lower risk trades, those are what he's doing. And I personally, I like that a lot. It's well suited for prop trading, by the way. Now, what you're looking at on the screen, you see up here, this little guy right here is the calculator. And this is a calculator. Let me get it to you so you can in turn get it out to get it. This works on either MT4 or MT5. I'm sending it in chat right now. You'll need to click on that link before you leave, and then you'll have that in your browser. So be sure to click on the link that I just sent in chat. So what does the position size calculator do? You can define whatever risk you want, whatever is comfortable to you. That may be 0.5% on a trade. That may be 1%. That may be 3%. Just depends on your risk appetite and your risk tolerance. The default in the case of the calculator is 1%. I'm going to show you that because it's easier mathematically. You'll get the idea from that. You'll get the concept of how it works. But here we are on the Euro USD. And let's say for the sake of discussion that I think maybe we're going to see a short right now. And this is not analysis as much as it is just a wild guess, but I just want to show you the mechanics of it. Then you can, apply it once you have more time for analysis. We're going to do a short. Now, right off the bat, let's look at one thing. If it put my stop right here, here's the most recent swing high, okay? And keeping in mind, I'm going to do a short. So my projection is that it's going to go down. It's going to drop. And it did a little bit just since we made that call. Here is approximately a 1% of a $9,600 demo account, $95.46. That's about a 1%. It's going to come as close as it can to doing that. Now, what I want you to focus on is right in the middle, right here. This is the position size that if I was going to use that stop from my entry right there, that's the position size that would be the appropriate position size based on this account size. So this is something that is a really, really important thing. Now watch what happens if I move my stop up a little bit. This was 0.74. Let's say I want to put it up above these candles right over here. In other words, I'm getting a little bit more breathing room. Went from 0.74 to 0.58. It's going to maintain the approximate 1% risk, meaning in this case, it's 95 bucks. What does it have to do to maintain that level of risk? It has to decrease the position size if you're increasing the distance between your entry and the stop. How cool is that, right? And this thing, when you're doing this, these are some things to be mindful of in the process of, these are variables. Which instrument are you trading? Would I have the same position size on Euro and USD JPY? No. Or Euro and DAX? No. USD JPY and DAX? No. They're all different. So what if you didn't have to think about that as much? It also matters which broker you're using. As evidence of this, if you trade the US 30, I just happen to know that one. The US 30 to get a buck per index point on the US 30 on a broker like Robo4X or FTMO, and there's a bunch of others, it's one lot. On 8cap, it's a tenth of a lot. It's 0.1. On Envy, Hugo's Way, Eagle, it's 0.01. What? Wait a minute. All the same outcome, but very different position sizes to achieve that outcome. Now, if you didn't know that, you would be thrown, as I was when I was down, like, what in the devil is going on here? I got to have something that creates a common denominator. The calculator will help you create a common denominator. And then, what is your account size? That clearly plays a role. And last but not least, it's really the most important thing. Where are you placing your stop? These are all things that the calculator will help you with a great deal. I wish I would have had this when I was brand new. Huge difference in outcome. I would have made more money and not given as much back. So here we are again. Our entry now is up here. Now notice if I adjust this entry up, what I want you to look at, right now it's a 0.58, okay? If I adjust my entry by grabbing this gray box and I go up here where price action actually is right now, notice it went up a bit. It's 0.73 because the distance between my entry and the stop has decreased. What happens? Increase in lot size. Let's say just for grins that I think it's going to be a slam dunk if I get it right here. I've done my analysis and I think when it hits this level right here, it's going to go nuts. Okay. I'm just pulling this out of the air, but just to make the point. Notice my lot size has almost tripled. It's 1.71. Now, if I got it wrong, it's still going to only be a $95. It's going to be a 1% loss. But if I've got it right and it goes my way, it's going to be a lot of money. This allows you to adjust the position size, but not mess around with your stop. Now, that's not a lot of breathing room. I hope you get it right, but it allows you to make an informed decision about your stops. So this is something that is an invaluable tool. We will be getting into the usage of one that allows you to have multiple positions, because we're getting asked that a little bit. And, when you see the signals come in, you see an entry, a stop, and then a take profit 1, 2, and 3. How do you deal with that? Well, you can take partials out of a single position, or you can take multiple positions and as an example, maybe say 3 positions. You set your take profit 1 at 50%, your take profit 2 at 25%, take profit 3, or rather the position sizes. And then when it hits that, you're automatically got the most probable one, which is take profit 1. That's 50% win right there. A lot of people like that because it's creating progress on their account. And then if you're fortunate enough to have it really run, it starts to hit number 2, or when it hits number 1, you move your stop up over break even. In other words, over your entry. And then number 2 and number 3, you just are moving the stop up accordingly. Does this work on PAI US gold? Oh, sadly, I tried to test that the other day and it misbehaved. Let me try it again right now just to see if it maybe reset. I'm going to do let's see here. I'm going to do a long right now. Now, what I want to show you here, this is saying 96 bucks, right? You go, okay, that's cool. I'm going to actually do an entry here, which is the 3 lots. Let's see what happens when I do that. I'm on a demo account. Double check. Let's do 3 lots, what it's recommending over here, 3.01, 3.01, and buy. Bang. Buy. Come on. Come on. Got the blue circle of death here. Let's try that again. Boy, that's weird. It's not allowing me to do that. Huh. Let me try something. No, I can't turn those off. Why is this not letting me do this? It may be, maybe it doesn't like that position size. Let me try a 0.3. All right, let's see if it's going to let me do that. Yep, immediately let me do that. Now, let's see if this thing is lying to us or telling the truth. Gold is a funny animal. It's kind of unique. So that's a good question, Mike. Let's say that I want to bring my stop, the real stop down here. It says that this is a $96 loss if I'm trading 3 lots. Well, I couldn't trade 3 lots based on this account size. So it's not computing that right correctly, it appears. And then if I do the stop, notice out here, look at the very left of this red line that I'm dragging around. You see there's 202 bucks. There's 106. This is with a 0.3 though. Wait a minute. The calculator said I could get away with a 3. What we're quickly arriving at here is this thing is misbehaving on gold. It behaves fine on Forex pairs. It behaves fine on the DAX. Gold, not so much. So I've got to figure this out. I've yet to be able to do that and have the time to sort why this is on gold, or if there's a different calculator that can do that if you're specifically wanting to look at gold. So there's your answer. It is not working properly. Yes, I think so. Very the challenge is that with demo accounts, we can't, this is a MetaQuotes demo account, so they won't let us do DAX US 30. You've got to do that either on a broker demo, which you might be able to get away with. Let me see if I can do that. So I'm gonna kill this example here. Let me see if I can do a Robo Forex demo because I think I'm on, well, I'm not, but let me just see if I can. Yeah, let's use that one. And let's use open a demo account with, I hope it's not, no, it's just not letting me do it. If I was on, right now I'm on a generic, not a branded MT5. Let me go over here. I'll go over to a Robo Forex MT4 branded. And let's see. I don't want to mess with this. That was the problem. See, I can't do that on this account. Are you, how can I do this? This one I'm going to have to get back to you guys. But indices are typically not on demo accounts. They may be on a branded demo. I'm on a generic demo, and MetaQuotes doesn't do it. So I think the answer is yes, Barry, but it's a function. On live, yeah, I'd be confident about that. I always test though, as I just did. Gold is just a funny animal. For some reason, calculators and things on gold often can be hinky. They don't behave properly. So I discovered that the other day when I was doing a demo. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. What I thought was $100 loss turned into a $400 loss on a demo account. I'm like, yikes. Glad that wasn't real. So the way to test that again, when you're on a demo account, here I am on $9,600 account. I'm on gold. I do the calculator. It says $100 is that red line right there. There's the stop down to this swing low right here. So if I entered the entry that it's suggesting 3.11, which I don't think it'll let me do. That's why I was getting the blue circle. It just says, can't do it. Let's see. Nope. So I get the blue circle there right over the, let me see if I can get away with the one lot. One lot it'll let me do. But see, this is calculating 3 on the basis of that entry and that stop. And so it's not, it's not allowing me to do that. And so in short, I don't think that they're looking at this account properly and reading the specifications of this account on MetaQuotes properly. This calculator isn't. So there we go. Mike, I hope that answered your question. Barry, I hope that answered yours. Any other questions?
Robert, from tomorrow on and from next Tuesday on, I'm going to be doing, when I have my trading view, I am physically going to have the writing on the chart. I can show you an example, see if anybody on the call would like this for tomorrow. And just as it says, folks, I'm going to try and improve, make it as simple as possible for everybody. So this is something I'm working on in the background. Would this be better? So then everybody's very clear on what I'm doing.
Yes, instantly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what I just do here, folks, as it says, I just do a text, and then I have my little template on here. So I'll do buy, sell USD. I'll do it on the euro, buy, sell, and I'll do it on the DAX, buy, sell. So then my template is created, and I just write in my entry.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah.
That will make it a lot easier.
It's just much cleaner, and we can get a quick screenshot, and then somebody can look at their screenshot for reference.
Yeah.
Yep. That's great.
Okay. Again, folks, this is still continuing to go up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if somebody stayed in that trade, you have a good smile on your face right now. It's actually, we came out right at the top of candle number 2, right?
Just around there. Yeah. Just got the big rejection here. It was just, trades like this, as I says, it's going to sit for hours. You know what I mean, folks? As what I says, I'm a sniper. You know what I mean? I'll go in, take a nice little profit. You know what I mean? Our entries, Robert will know himself. We do have a good record, and I want to keep it that way, and I keep a nice tight stop loss. So even if a trade goes against us, we don't eat into our profits. We protect our profits and capital. That's the key to risk management. Protect our capital at all costs.
Absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, so folks, this is what I'll be doing. You know what I mean? I'll get it updated. I'll get it all done for tomorrow and for next week. As I said, we'll just keep improving and improving this call, and we'll make it easier. So when I call in, you'll not have to ask, is it a buy or a sell? I'll have it right over here on the left-hand side. Okay. And folks, as it says, you know, if you have any ideas of how we can improve, don't be scared to drop us a wee message, myself or Robert, and we'll try to update the best we can. No problem, Barry, no problem at all. Folks, I'm happy. Again, we finished another day in profit. So a great start to this week. 3 out of 4 trades is winner. So we're keeping our good strike rate. Tomorrow, guys, it might be a little trickier, but we'll wait to see what happens. We will have the volume in the markets. There's no doubt about it, because we have red folders tomorrow on the dollar. So, but we got the wee push today we needed on the dollar. We got it. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. And folks, so it says that's me done for today.
Yeah,
Markets.
volatility has been a little bit anemic
Yeah.
too. I mean, it's kind of, some of this is like watching paint dry. You know,
Yeah,
just it's just really kind of laggy. So hopefully we'll see next week, you know, a big increase in volume. And I think some of the traders take a good 4 to 6 weeks off. And I think we maybe experience the latter, the 6 week off guys. They're not back until next week. You know,
yeah,
the holidays, they just say, December, not trading. 2 weeks into February, I'll come back on the 15th, you know, halfway through. So
yeah.
I think we're seeing some of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other last minute questions, guys, before we bring this in for a landing today?
I think you meant January, not February.
Well, that's what I meant to say if I didn't. Yeah, January.
Yeah, January. Yeah. So next week, guys, next week we should see it. Like, folks, I was in a trade this morning before we finish up. I only got it closed literally an hour ago. I was stuck in the trade for 5 hours. So you can imagine what that's like for me for a sniper. I don't like that. It was just so
career.
But I knew it was going to go my way, so I was patient and I sat, I waited, and
a career trade.
Yeah, it just it's like paint drying, which I don't like. I like to see the volume in the markets and the moves, and we're in and out in a few minutes, and that's the profit banked up.
You didn't want to be a swing trader, huh?
No, I don't think I could cope with it, Robert.
Okay, guys, have a great rest of the day. May the pips be with you, and see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And also with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.